warm Tuesday evening, May 20th, 1975, at exactly 5 p.m., the world gained a burst of sunlight. Born to Dr. Daniel and Mrs. Weruche Emerem, she came into the world screaming, a carbon copy of her father. Her cries echoed through Women's Hospital Aba, announcing the arrival of a spirited soul. That soul was Ojugo. From the very beginning, Ojugo was a force. As a toddler, she wasn't just adorable, she was mischievous. Known for her disappearing acts and mysterious signatures under beds, she kept her family constantly entertained and on their toes.
Ojay had this thing for when we were kids. She'd disappear in the morning and you're looking for her, you won't find her. And she'd ended up walking across through the backyard to our neighbor's house because our neighbors had a kid that was the same age as her. So Ojay in her nightgown would just cross over there. She likes to climb like me. She liked to ride her bicycle and she fell off it quite a few times and broke her arm. I remember once her arm being on a POP.
If you upset Ojugo, she would drop you a little stink bomb under your bed or in your room somewhere where you would take a while to find it. As in, she would actually take off her knickers, squat and drop you something brown and stinky. Child, she was a bush girl, child.
I used to be the notorious one in the house. I used to be the one to get into trouble and commit offenses in the house and get flogged and all that. So, but one thing my parents didn't know until much later when we were all working and all that was some of the things that I took the blame for was Ojay that did this. But then I was like, what's one more problem on my head? No problem, I'll take it. But you know the deal. The deal was that Ojay would be in charge of my breakfast depending on the severity of the crime or the prank. She would be in charge of my breakfast for the next 1 week. So I'll be in bed and then I'll be sleeping and next day she'll come here, the breakfast is ready, I'll just come down like a king and then chop and say thank you and then go and she'll wash the plates. Yes, I had a good deal then.
Ojugo idolized her older brother Obinna. They were inseparable, a duo filled with imagination and laughter. Together they once performed as Uncle JB and his sidekick and stole the show at a fancy dress party.
She followed Obinna everywhere and she inherited his love of music. And if Obinna was around today, he'd look at her and how she's into music and everything and say, yeah, that's my sister. She's also the one who inherited Obinna's generosity. Obinna would borrow from somebody else to give you, and Ojugo is like that too.
Ojay was like Bino's shadow. And I remember particularly there was a competition in the club, the sports club that my parents belonged to. And Bino dressed up as Uncle JB. Ojay was his sidekick. And the two of them won the competition. They won the competition. And she was always, the way Ojay blasts music is exactly the way Bino used to blast music. So it's almost like, she inherited his genes.
Ojugo wasn't just about fun. She had fire. A sprinter, a competitor, and a leader. In primary school, she ruled the tracks and wore the hat of head girl. In secondary school, her leadership experience continued as sports prefect at FGGC Abuloma. She went on to study law, and after being called to the bar, she realized life as a legal advocate was not a big enough platform to impact lives positively.
Going to university, Ojugo said I wanted to do accountancy. I refused. I said I want something else in my family. I first started to do law. And I think she grudgingly did it to please me. And after her call to bar, I remember her saying to me, "Mommy, there's your wig and gown. Do what you like with it. I'll never be a lawyer." And she refused to do law. In fact, quite often if I say Barrister Ojay At, she said, "Mom, maybe she didn't want to be called a lawyer."
She went on to chart a remarkable career in contact center management and customer experience, where she unleashed her unique blend of energy, execution, and empathy, taking the telecoms and financial sectors by storm. She wasn't just Ojugo. She was Ojisko Graham Blue, then Jugu Samani, now One Jiggy, and numerous versions in between. Each nickname came with a story, a vibe, and a season. But the one that stuck the most? Ojay, the one we all know and love. If there's one word that defines Ojugo, it's energy. She lights up every room, lifts every spirit. With her infectious joy and endless compassion, she's the life of every gathering and the heartbeat of many hearts.
Ojugo as a person is a very, very kind person. She would rather give up what she has for somebody else to enjoy.
She's having a very good life, relating to people in a very good way, and making more friends for her family than we ever met because of her relationship, good relationship with people.
I like also, with the little I have seen, of the way she relates with her colleagues in the office. She's what I like.
Ojay is my sister-in-law, but it has gone beyond sister-in-law to sister, to younger sister. Ojay is my conspirator-in-chief in the family. If there's anything that needs to be fixed or done in the absence of third parties, Ojay is there. If there is anything that needs to be talked about, I have to discuss with Ojay first because we agree in practically everything. She understands me as a big brother, and she is a wonderful person.
Behind her laughter is a woman deeply rooted in faith. Ojugo walks with God, talks with God, and lives with an unshakable belief in His grace. She often says, "I'm dramatic because God is dramatic. I'm made in His image."
The most heartwarming thing about her is that Ojugo's faith is, you can't question it, but it's not just a faith for herself. She brings her faith to all her relationships. So Ojugo, nobody prays harder for anybody than Ojugo. Ojugo prays for her family, she prays for her friends, more than she prays for herself.
Ojugo is a very prayerful person. She believes in God. She's a good Christian, and God has answered most of her. In fact, God has answered most of her prayers.
Her voice isn't just in words, it's in music. From mass choirs to impromptu karaoke sessions, Ojugo uses music to inspire, uplift, and unify. Every song she sings, every choir she leads, carries a piece of her joyful soul. Now that you've heard the likely things you'd expect to hear in a video like this, here are a few fun facts about Ojay you might not know. Ojay started cooking for herself before she was 8 years old and continues to enjoy putting on a spread at every opportunity. Chinese food is a particular specialty. If you've ever been to her home, you'll get the royal treatment, but note that washing your plate is a capital crime. Ojay doesn't do waiting. The real evidence of her energy. You know she loves music, but did you know she loves it loud? The louder the better. Ojugo never misses going home for Christmas, as spending time with family is very important to her. She often made dramatic arrivals to her parents' homes, and the recorded videos are always a delight to watch.
Hey, Grandma. Yes, Mom,
I wish her the best. There's everything good. I wish Ojugo in this her 50th birthday and beyond, not just now.
If Bino was here today, he'd first go like, I can't believe it. How can you be so old? That means I'm old. But you know what, OJ, I love you. Go on with it, and I'm right by your side.
It feels good to talk about her, to discuss her, to celebrate her at 50. OJ, you are wonderful. You can only be better. You are a fantastic girl. Happy birthday at 50.
You're almost catching up with me now, but I am very proud of you. I love you to the moon and back. And as your posh sister, I should have started by saying greetings from Abu Dhabi, which is where I currently happen to be living. Happy birthday. Cheers.
Hi, Ojay. It's your birthday, and happy birthday, and God continue to bless and promote you and everything, and bless all your endeavors and protect you.
I wish her good luck. I wish her a happy life. And I've always been myself a happy man. I tend to cut off things that make me miserable. I like to see a good part of the human life. So I wish her good life. But if, even at old age, if she sees any partner that make her happy, I will encourage her to go ahead.
50 years of laughter, mischief, faith, love, and unstoppable energy. Ojugo isn't just a name. She's a vibe, a force, a woman made of sunshine and soul. And this is only the beginning.